Okay, we are live. I am here. I am your host. I am your friendly blue mage, Azrain. Thank you for joining me tonight as we get started a little bit later. But we're just going to get right into the game. I have a pod waiting for me in my Discord. Remember to like and follow, subscribe, whatever you want to do on all these things over here. I would greatly appreciate it. And we're going to get started with a good game of Commander for you. So I'm going to hop over to my Discord, introduce my guests, and we will get started. So thank you for joining me tonight.
The friggin' try to do much
Okay,
with.
I am here. I am back. We
Oh
are
my
live.
gosh. Who is this again? What's your name?
Yes, I am your host and your friendly blue mage, Bo Devro. It is nice to finally have you back on the channel after your
Yes,
long
it is.
hiatus.
I know. It's good to finally be back. Especially with all these cool cats playing right now.
Oh yes. Well, Tribs, is your camera displaying that you're here? Because I'm just seeing a waiting for participant.
No. So it shows the same thing for me. But I could see it like pre-game lobby is working fine. But when I
Just tell us
join-
what's on your playmat and we'll trust you, alright?
Yeah.
Right.
Alright, turn 1, Soul Ring, Jeweled Lotus, Mana Crypt.
Yeah. Crypt,
Oh, there we go.
There he is.
yeah.
Sometimes this happens like different thing. I just joined an incognito tab and it worked.
Ooh, that's weird. What are you doing?
Oh my god. I don't know. Like
What are you doing,
Wizards of the Coast.
computer?
I don't want to know.
I do. You have to tell me.
Let's see. What did I make up? I was looking up all the slivers in my incognito tab, so I knew
Nice.
which ones you're
You'd
about to
have
play.
You'd have to. Just look up all the bad ones, and then you'll find them. Just kidding. There are no bad slivers.
I don't actually. That's really cool. I don't know if I've seen that treatment before in more. Actually, I like
Yes,
that's probably my
the
favorite
judge.
one.
The old Judge promo.
I
I
would.
always wanted to build a Morphon deck, and then I saw the promo at oh gosh, I just spilled my deck. And then I saw the promo at Chicago, and I was like, oh, I got it, friggin'. Get this.
Very nice.
I think I might argue the banding sliver is not very good.
Oh, you don't like banding?
What's
No.
I don't even know if I have that one in here.
Banding's a really old, weird mechanic.
I could
Oh, I
explain
think
it
I
to you.
do
off the top of my
have.
head.
I do know what that one is.
I don't mind the profile Morphon either. It's got a
Right.
interesting like liquid nature almost to his like morphing, but
Yeah, I do like that one as well. And that was actually the one that I was going to, get too, because it's only like $11,
yeah,
or it was back when I was gonna go get it.
I know.
Um,
Despite Azrain's short he posted on YouTube today, I'm very hit or miss when it comes to the showcases. Some of them I think are really neat. Like I
Yeah.
like my Tatiova one, Azusa,
I think
the
Urza's pretty
Morphon. But like the Dragon one, I can't stand. I think it's terrible.
Yeah. You know what I think we had this conversation in Chicago, but you know what
Yeah.
the Cosmic one always reminds me of?
What one?
I'm not gonna
What
say
reminds
it.
you of?
Kozilek.
Kozilek, right? It looks like a doggy pooping.
Oh yeah, yeah. You said that now. I remember.
Yeah. So gross. And I can't unsee it. I don't know.
Yeah. All your other takes, Azrain, were good in that short. That was the one I was like,
Funny enough, I actually had a few people in the comments agree with you, Brohan. They like a few people don't like the side profiles from Commander
That's
Masters.
because I'm right.
I was so like, when I saw those, like I thought Nebs was beautiful. Savala got a really cool one. I think Urza got a really cool one, and I was like, man, these are awesome.
They're not bad. It's just I don't know. I think some of it too is like the background's just plain in one color. Sometimes the color doesn't also even really match up with their color identity or what they do. It's just
Yeah.
kind of like it's pink or peach in the background for this character, just
See,
because
I
we
don't know.
chose a different color.
I like them. I thought
One
they
of my
all
friends
looked
just
really
completely
good.
hates all of them. Doesn't like a single one.
Yeah, I said like, some of them are nice, but I think, like to me, the Dragon one annoys me because it's just a big dragon head. Like that could be basically any dragon. And the nice thing about the original art, or even the secret layer, is you get a sense of just magnitude. Especially, I like the original one the best because it's got its wings spread, and you see all these tiny dragons coming from underneath. Well, like those are regular sized dragons.
Mhm.
It's just the Dragon is that huge that they look tiny, and it's like you don't get that at all from the profile. It could be just that George the Dragon from down the street, like for all you know.
Right. It reminds me of Gazleth Prismari. Like his original art is so much better than his. He had like a full art treatment, and it just looks.
We have
Super
talked about
stupid.
that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, looks like, so I have my starting hand, looks like Tribs has his, and to expedite the process, I like to shuffle up the turn order. I will ask the question of the day, and then as we start the match, you'll answer the question of the day. You can introduce yourself or your deck, but as we get started, you can play your land, draw your card, and then kind of introduce yourself to save a little bit of time, especially since I definitely didn't fall asleep when I was putting my child down. That's not something I did at all. So, 1,
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
2, and 3. So it looks like Brohan's going to go first, and Tribs is going to go last, it looks like. So
I'll take it.
I am going to keep my starting hand, so I am good to go.
Yeah, I have to mulligan, so I will make it quick here. Hopefully not have to go down to 6. Well, what is the question of the day, so I can answer it while I'm trying to get a playable hand here.
So, question of the day is obviously, since Bo Devro is playing Slivers and I'm playing Merfolk, question of the day obviously has to be, what is your favorite? I don't know what the correct political term is, tribe or typal? What's your favorite creature type in Magic?
Okay, so I have 2 answers.
You can't.
One is, well, no. One is because I think at current, I only have one true tribal deck built, and that's my Angels. It's my favorite deck. However, Angels, as cool as they are in Magic, they're not really unique, right? There's people believe Angels exist in real world, like even if we can't see them. So I gotta go down to 6. I keep getting no lands.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I'd have to choose, and I have a half tribal deck of this, which has been on the channel before. But that would be Merfolk, actually, just because I love the aesthetic. They're colorful, but they got such a unique design to them. I like some of their mechanics, a lot of card draw, which I love. I like that they come mostly in blue, but then they're also good in Simic with some green Merfolk splashed in there. So yeah, it definitely would be Merfolk as a second, or actually as my true pick. And I also just feel like you look at their design, it's more unique than the Angels. Like the Angels all look really badass, but all right, I'm just gonna throw in this. They all look badass, but any fantasy Angel is gonna look that way basically. So. All right, I will run this. I will just have to put 1 on the bottom. Tough decision. I'm going to risk it, put that 1 on the bottom. All right, sorry, I'll not take up any more time. I'll draw for turn.
Resolves.
And I'll just put out this Humble Swamp and pass.
We're not getting a stifle on the draw step on turn 0.
Yeah. I will draw this Yu-Gi-Oh card for turn. I'm gonna have to be partial. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to play a Sun Petal Grove tapped. After I got done talking about how I don't have any tap lands in here. And my favorite is going to have to be bears. It was the first I shouldn't say first tribal, but the first monocolor deck that I had, and it spoke to me. The green just spoke to me. But bears is like just one of my favorite creatures. I'm scared to death of them, like in real life, but I respect them. I guess I respect them more, but they're just in Magic. It's just so funny because they're all just kind of like these 2/2 for 2.
Yeah.
Or
They're
2
like
for 2
weak in
and
Magic.
vanilla. Right? Yeah. But there is a lot of flavor behind like a bunch of the cards because they're vanilla creatures, but they have some of them a lot of flavor text on them, so it's just great to read that. But yeah, bears is gonna have to be my favorite. I gotta love the bears.
Well, with your declaration of bears, I'm gonna draw my card.
Yeah, but I needed to reach out to you, Bodevro, and ask what your thoughts were on the Bloomborough Bear Commander.
Tribs, I'm gonna pass my turn to you. And really quickly before Bodevro answers that, I will just say, even though I'm playing Merfolk, they're one of my favorite creature types just because they do a lot of things that I like to do in Magic. They draw cards, which is my favorite thing, but my favorite creature type overall is definitely Sphinxes. When I started the game, I wanted to build a mono-blue Sphinx deck because I really liked envisioning the type of Magic that a Sphinx would use. And I think the Sphinx as a creature type is cool. They're really smart, and they're big, they're intimidating. The Sphinx is like the blue version of a dragon. So, everyone, all the fanboys, oh, dragons are so cool, and I just liked how different the Sphinx was. And I see that Taco Tony in chat says that his favorite creature type is constructs. So that's pretty cool too. Get some artifact stuff going. But anyway, it is now. I have shipped the turn to Tribs.
Sweet. I just top decked a Soul Ring. Not really gonna do much with it. But,
I'm pressing X to down on that one, Tribs.
Yeah, I did. I actually did.
Hold on, I'm gonna top deck too real quick. Let me just.
Yeah, let me tutor. I mean, top deck.
And I think I'm one of the rare players who doesn't have a typal deck. But if I had to pick a favorite, it'd probably be either rats or birds. I think they need to reprint 100 million rat colonies so I can make one of those decks.
Yes. They have to now.
All you, bro.
Brohan, that bear also from Bloomborough is gonna be super sweet. Yeah, it basically does what green does. It just is the green.
Yeah. I'm gonna play a mountain and pass.
All right.
The special treatment art for it too. His name from the Japanese artist is awesome. So.
All right. I will play a Bountiful Promenade. Enters tapped unless I control two or more opponents. Unless I have two or more, which I do. I'm then going to play a Pillar of Origins. When it enters, I'll choose creature type. I'm going to choose Merfolk. Then it'll add one color to spend, or add any color only to cast Merfolk type. So.
Okay.
JK, it's going to be Slivers.
I was going to say.
Oh, man.
What?
And then I'll ship it.
All right.
You had me fooled.
Draw.
I know.
I will play a forest. I also have a turn to play. I will play Stony Brook Banneret. So my Merfolk my wizard spells cost one less, and it has Island Walk, and I'll pass.
Let's see here. I'm gonna play a Swamp. And I think we will tap for 2 black and float 2 more to play Phyrexian Arena. So enchantment being my upkeep, I draw a card, lose a life. And I'll pass.
All right.
I don't think that it's gonna be much of a hindrance, that little life loss.
I sure hope not.
Tap 3 and get out my commander, Rowan Sign of War.
Ooh. I love this art.
Me too. You all familiar with what she does?
Yes.
No, but I'm gonna read it on your thingy.
Okay. Basically, I lose life to make X spells cheaper.
Oh.
Or red or black spells technically cheaper.
Terrifying.
Bolas's Citadel.
I do not have one here.
Oh, okay. No, never mind. I totally thought that was something else way more powerful than my mind would think it would be.
It's very
Right.
powerful.
I will untap and draw. Ooh. All right. I will play a Sliver Hive. And then I will tap. Let's see. I got 4. Black, colorless, for a Crypt Sliver. All slivers have tap, regenerate target sliver.
Oh gosh.
And then I will tap this for blue and a colorless to cast Winged Sliver. All sliver creatures have flying.
Holy
I
Pretty
can
good.
see where this is going.
I'll pass the turn.
All right, I will untap, upkeep, and
Well, that
draw.
was quick.
Play
Wait.
an island. I think I will tap 2, discounted from Stony Brook Banneret, and I will play Emperor Mahil. I never know how to pronounce this. Is it Mahil II or is it Mahil Il? I think it. Excuse me. I think it might be IL. So Emperor Mahil Il. So I may look at the top card of my library at any time, and if it's a Merfolk, I may cast the top card of my library. And whenever I cast a Merfolk, I may pay 1 colorless, and when I do, I create a 1/1 Merfolk.
Oh boy.
I
I think it's
have.
Emperor Mahil / is how you have to say that from out.
I don't think so. What? So I'm gonna go ahead and test Bo Devro. He's got 2 slivers out, but they're both 1/1s. I'm gonna send a 1/1 over at him and see what he decides to do.
See, I don't know how regeneration works, but could I block it and
Your
then
creatures both have summoning sickness at the moment.
I will take 1 damage? Is what I'll do.
But you could if they didn't.
Yeah,
Better. That's
yeah.
a better point than what I was thinking. But let's say they didn't. Is that how that would work? Is that
Yeah.
I would just block with 1 and then tap it, not tap the one that's blocking, but tap this to give
like
this
regenerate itself.
It would come
regenerate
down.
it. Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I'm done. Triv,
Just-
you can go.
So I'm gonna forget that, and then I'm gonna fumble that later. So just let's keep that on our little brain buckets.
And then draw a card, lose a life, and then draw another card for my draw step. Wow.
We're winning.
Such value.
He's too dangerous to be left alive.
I will tap for a green and a black, since it's green's part of my commander colors, and play my commander, Dina. She's a 1/3 Dryad Druid that says whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. And then I can pay 1, sack another creature, and she gets power equal to that creature's power till end of turn.
Yikes.
Then I will play a Riveteer's Overlook. This land ETBs sacks itself. I can either go get a swamp, mountain, or forest, put it in play tapped, and I gain a life. So I'm gonna go get a forest, I'll gain a life, and everybody will lose 1 life.
Go to 39.
That comes into play tapped, and I think I'm done. Yeah, all done.
Right, untap and drawer. Alright, I will play a City of Brass for turn. I will float. I'll ping myself for 1, so it's 1 damage on this turn. And then tap for 1 more and cast Night's Whisper. So
Nice.
I'll draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. So 1 second, I'll get out. I want to use a die, but I have this more handy. Got this lovely Infinite token to count damage lost each turn. So I'm at 3. So then, yep, I took my life loss. I draw 2. All right, and then I will tap Rowan. So red and black spells cost 3 neutral mana less to cast. I will tap a Swamp for 1 black. It's reduced by 3, and I'm going to cast Greed. So Greed, as an enchantment, I can pay 1 black pip and 2 life to draw a card. Hey!
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
True.
Wait, was that in your hand?
Yeah.
All right, and with that, I have nothing else I'd like to cast, so I will pass the turn.
All right. I will untap and draw. Oh man. All right. I will play an unclaimed territory. It enters. Choose a creature type. I'm gonna choose angels.
Nice.
Just kidding. So
Man, you got me again.
darn it. Okay. And then I'll tap out 5. 1 being green. For a Brood Sliver. Whenever a sliver deals combat damage to a player, its controller may create a 1/1 sliver creature token. I'm gonna go to combat. And flyers for you, Azari? None?
0.
0. I'm actually going to swing both at I'll swing 1 at you and then 1 at Trips.
I cannot block, so I'll go to 38.
Nor can I. So I'll go to 39.
Oh, right. And
So
then
now, whenever a sliver
that's
deals
going-
damage to a player, its controller may put a 1/1 colorless sliver onto the battlefield. So I'll make a 1/1 sliver?
No, you're not the controller of that sliver.
Whenever its controller. Oh, okay. All right. I was like, I literally was so confused by that. I was like, why are you giving us slivers? Okay, now I got you.
You're not gonna get slivers. I
You're
will.
sharing the love.
That card would have been so much cooler.
It's a May ability, so he doesn't have to, I guess. You know?
Yeah.
Fuse.
Yeah, I probably won't. Just kidding. I'm gonna draw really bad slivers for you guys.
You're good. Is it okay if I go ahead and take my
Yes.
turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right.
No.
I'll untap. I will upkeep and draw.
They're gonna be angry.
So I can look at the top card. I'll play an island. And I think I will just pay 2 mana, and I will cast my Commander Kumena. When I do that, I will pay the 1 from Emperor Mahil, and I will make a 1/1 Merfolk.
Nice.
I want them untapped so I can use Kumena's ability, so I'm just going to pass my turn. If
Very good.
if Spell Table will load. Please, Spell Table, show my cool art. I don't think it will.
Draw.
It won't.
I
Well,
and turn.
I should draw like a thematic. You know how the Lord of the Rings cards, they'll like make a big
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Draw my slivers doing something like that.
Let's see. I'm going to float 2 manas. I will use 1 green to play a Nature's Lore. So I will go get a forest into play. Do I want a dual land? Don't remember what dual lands I have in this deck, so I might just get a forest. Yeah, we're just grabbing a forest. I got enough black. Be alright.
Bodever, those are
Ouch.
good slivers.
Oh, thanks, dude.
I can tell that they're slivers and not dragons.
Nice.
Do you like my sliver?
Yep. That looks perfect.
I still got one
Like, you
floating
have
from
the
the
actual
soul
mana
ring.
token for it. I have knockoff dry erase.
I'm gonna add a green my 1 floating to play Galagreators. He's a 1/1 elf druid with Alliance. Whenever he ETBs, I get to choose one that hasn't been chosen yet. Either put a 1/1 counter on him, create a tapped treasure, or gain 2 life.
It's a really good card.
Yeah,
Not
I like
too shabby.
Alligators.
It's so good. I love it. I'll add 2 more. 2 black, I guess, to cast Blood Artist.
Ooh,
This will trigger my Galagreators. I'm going to choose to gain 2 life. And when I
We all
gain
lose
life, everybody
1.
will lose 1.
37.
And
38.
Blood Artist, you know you love it. 0/1, whenever something dies, or it dies, target player loses 1 life, and I gain 1 life.
Yep.
Then
You
I didn't play a land drop yet, since I Nature's Lord, so I will play this Obscura Storefront. It's the same type of land as I played last turn. Comes in, sacks itself for a Plains, Island, or Swamp. So I will go get a Swamp into play tapped. And when I sack it, I gain a life, so everybody will lose 1.
36.
37.
Boom. And swing a bro on for 1.
Get him.
Somebody's got to kill him.
Yeah, I did it, and I'm all done.
All right, untap and draw. All right. I will play a swamp for turn.
Math time
I
for Rohan.
will. I apologize. You know what? I want to see a card. I'm a pay 2 life and tap for 1 black to draw a card off Greed. The enchantment, not myself.
Debatable.
Card seems pretty good in this deck.
All right, I'll take that draw. I will tap for 3, pinging myself for 1 of my City of Brass. Get out a Staff of Completion.
Oh,
Nice.
I will tap and pay 2 life to make a black pip, and then I will tap Rowan, so a reduction of 5. I don't have tons of options, unfortunately, right now, so I will use that floating black pip. It costs 5 less, but I really only need 4. Get out a Marshland Bloodcaster. So it's a 3/5 with flying, and then I can pay 1 in a black pip and tap this creature to then basically I can play
Very nice.
the next spell I cast.
You
Is
pay
free.
life rather than mana, right?
Yes.
Okay. Very nice.
Little crick on a stick.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at this synergy right there.
Just a wee bit.
I really
and
like that
then-
Brohan's almost at half-life.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, this
He's
is.
green.
It's not
Put the
going.
pressure on.
Mistakes are probably being made because I'm gonna then draw another card and lose 2 more.
Nice.
I'll lose 2 more, and then I'm not gonna. That doesn't go towards Rowan anyways, and I will pass the turn.
I'm going to
Right.
respond to your instep, Brohan. I'm going to consult with my enemy for a second, Tribs.
What up?
I'm terrified of Rowan because I feel like Brohan is loading up a giant expropriate, but I also really don't like the fact that Bodevro can basically never lose any creature if he untaps right now. He will have 2 tokens on standby to regenerate any creature, and then his sliver that's making him a bunch of other slivers. I'm just going to put this out there right now. I'm going to pay 1, and I'm going to play Pongify. But I don't know what I'm going to target right now. My gut feeling is to get rid of Rowan because I feel like Brohan's really cooking. But I'm really nervous if Bo Devro untaps right now. Like I just said, he's basically never going to lose another sliver because his slivers will not have summoning sickness and they'll be able to tap. So
If I may, I've lost 14 life just to set up my board.
He's
And-
killing himself.
well, right, you've lost 14 life, but 1 expropriate gets you back to 50 life. You know,
Yes, but mind you,
or
this
not
is a
expropriate,
99
exsanguinate.
essentially a 99 card format. Do I have it in this?
I see it. I see it.
The
It's right there.
likelihood is low. That's all I'll say.
I do really think the green sliver is quite scary because it's quite exponential.
It's-
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I'm nervous about the
Especially
black
with-
sliver. Okay, I'm gonna. So Tribs, you're voting for the green sliver.
I think that's probably it because I mean he's gonna get 5 more off it this turn alone.
And, yeah,
And
because
then-
they all have flying. All right, I am going to Pongify the green sliver.
All right, and then I will create an ape.
Yes, you get a 3/3 ape.
Yay.
And then that was all I had in store, but I just wanted to do that before you untapped with 6 mana. So
Yes, that is good. That is much good. Just gotta get this ape real quick.
I know that I may
He's
now
gonna be
be
mad at
in,
you too.
yeah, I may be in
Oh,
Bodevro's crosshairs now, but I'd rather take a few points of damage than potentially lose the game here in a few turns. So
He's gonna be a chonky ape too.
he
With
chonky.
little legs,
Oh,
and he's got a sliver in his hand.
yeah,
He's all
it is
mad.
dumb.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna take forever to draw this now.
I like
It looks more dog than ape. It's a 3/3, right?
Yes,
That's
it is
what's
a
out
3/3.
All right. I will draw this card. Oh, darn it. Oh well. Exotic Orchard for my land for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite enough yet for
Fonzie.
Bouncy. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna swing the 3/3. I'm gonna go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Apes coming at Azorian.
Yep.
Oh, my apologies, but I definitely have a blood artist trigger from the
Oh,
Pongo fight.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
who's-
We all lose one, right?
I'm a ping Bo for 1 since you're at the highest life, and then everybody else will lose another one when I gain 1.
Bo will lose 2, correct?
So
Oh,
yeah.
Yep, okay.
Okay.
35.
I'm also at 35.
Okay. I'm gonna actually swing all out at Mr. Life Gain over there,
That's pretty smart.
because of reasons unknown.
Good song.
Yeah. Flying. You could block the 3/3 though, if you would choose. If you would so choose to.
Nah. Okay, so I'll be taking 7 total.
Yes, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Got
Correct.
it.
Comforting.
No blocks.
That's the comforting
block.
thing about playing lifelink or like a life gain strategy. You go, yeah, I might take 20, and you just,
Sure,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't want to block. I'm fine.
And that will be my turn.
Oh, I don't like that. I do not
Oh.
like you passing with.
6
Uh,
manias.
I'm gonna respond to your instep, Bo. I'll just tap 3 and draw a card.
Okay.
So I'll draw, then I'll untap,
Seems good.
then I'll draw for my turn, Then I will look at the top card of my library.
If it makes you feel any better, I have no gas in my hand.
How many cards do you have in hand, Bo?
Race.
Thrace, huh? We'll play an island. I will start this
I'll be
party.
manager.
I'm gonna start this party by paying. Pay 3, and I'm going to. Let me just read this just to make sure. Okay, yeah, I'll pay. Aha, I'll pay 3. I will cast the. You ready for this? I'll play the Thieving Skydiver, where it is kicked.
no.
X is 1. On cast, I will tap 1 for Emperor Mahil to make another Merfolk, and I'm going to attempt to steal Tribs' Soul Ring.
Nice.
That's cruel.
Can't really say no.
Too bad it wasn't a
Alright.
mana crypt.
I know.
Then he couldn't.
So-
You got a soul ring on standby?
Soul Ring on standby. Or actually, your Soul Ring was tapped or untapped?
Tapped.
Okay, then if that is the case, I'm going to actually not make the 1/1 from Mahil. So I'll just have your tap
Gotcha,
Soul
yeah.
Ring because it won't untap. There, I got a plan.
Treating with the
So-
staff?
What is the? Well, I have to
Everything?
pay 3
Yeah, we can
mana,
do
so
so.
I'd have to tap out.
That sounds right. Just do that.
I mean, the staff is really good, but I have an idea that I don't want to risk the.
Cooking.
I need to
Um,
get the oil slick for this. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I think
Can't
after
be
that,
too much. Or it might be a absurd amount.
for my plan
It's not-
to happen, I'm
That's
not
terrible.
going
Great.
to attack. I will look at the top card just to make sure. Yep, that's what I know it is. And I'm not going to attack. I will just pass 2 Tribs.
Alright. Untap.
I'll just open mana.
Upkeep. I draw a card, lose a life.
Here.
And then I'll go to my draw step. Boom.
Hey, Bodevro, I have a flyer
Yes.
now. Guess what? I have a flyer.
You're so scary.
Yeah, now I can block your entire flying army.
As much as I love that card, I've never understood why it has flying. Because it's a skydiver, so it should have falling.
Oh, good.
That's
Get
an
out of
actual
here.
thing, but it's a skydiver. It's not flying.
Should have gliding.
Hmm.
Sure. Let's draw some cards. I'm gonna
Oh,
play
actually, hang on. I'm
Ease.
sorry. This Thieving Skydiver costs 1 less from Stony Brook Banneret, so I just won't change anything, and I'll just pay the 1 for the Merfolk.
Sounds good to me.
Maths. Sorry. Continue.
I'm gonna play the worse yet better Knight's Whisper. Ambition's cost to draw 3, lose 3.
Ooh.
I didn't know that existed.
Mm. 2, 3. Some good cards.
We should create a magic card that does the exact opposite of what you do. So it's like if you were to gain life, opponents lose life, but if you lose life, opponents gain life.
Huh.
We should do that.
Lose
Nobody would
life,
play it.
opponents gain life.
It's
I
like
like
Exquisite Blood and what's that other enchantment?
Sanguine Bonds.
Sanguine Bonds in one card on a creature.
Yeah.
Good creature, yeah.
They did that with Living Death. They put that on. Shoot, what's that called? Defiler of the Last Gift. Not Defiler. Bringer of the Last Gift from Ixalan.
Oh.
I'm gonna play a good old fashioned Scoos. Trigger on Gallagher's. I'm gonna gain 2. Just
Figures.
gonna lose 1.
All right, and we all lose 1. I go to 34.
Yep.
I don't know where to
And
put it.
that is it. I got. Let's see. 6
Yikes.
and 8.
See, you didn't need the soul ring. You're doing just fine.
Yeah, I'll be alright.
Untap.
Would have been
drawer.
nice.
Ooh, a new card. Very tempting. I will play a Spire of Industry for turn. I will tap it in my City of Brass, pinging myself for 2 to make 2 black mana. Then I'll tap for 1 more. And I will Grim Tutor. So I'll lose another 3 life. And then I search my library for a card, put it into hand, and shuffle.
You know how
more.
last turn you said, this is a 99 card deck. What are the chances I draw a Sanguinate Tutor?
What are the chances that I choose it and not something else?
50-50.
I was
Zero.
going to say,
There's a lot of
you're 19 life. You could go get, well, Gray Merchant doesn't do much for you. I feel like Exsanguinate's the play to gain back the life you've been losing. Because you're at 5. You can put 1 more into it. You can make us all lose 6, and you gain 18. Seems pretty good.
Don't be a coward.
And you have another mana and another life loss on the staff, so you could actually
gotta
gain
grab it.
21.
Gotta grab it. You know what he's doing? He's getting you mentally to grab it so he can mana drain it.
Yeah, and then you. All right, I'm gonna cast Exsanguinate for X's. X's
And then I'll
9
use it.
mana drain.
Okay.
I wish.
Yeah, you only do that on cultivate.
I only do that on turn 3 cultivates, you know. God, never gonna live that down.
No, not ever. Never ever. I actually take it out of all my decks now because it's just so triggering.
bad.
I can't take it anymore.
Because you probably watched my
right.
video that says that I don't play Kodama's Reach or Cultivate anymore.
yeah. Now every time I play against you, it's in my starting hand. It's uncanny. It's uncanny. That's all I'm gonna say. I will. Do I need to lose much? I feel like I can't lose much more life because I'm kind of in a bad way here. You know what? Well, okay. I think I will actually. Oh wait, no, because I have to pay mana. I still have to tap that to get it out. With that. Alright, I will tap for use a red as a neutral and then 2 life to make a black. Then tap my Marshal and Bloodcaster. And it's funny, we were just talking about this card. And no, it's not Exsanguinate. It's Exquisite Blood.
Oh, yeah, it's alright.
So whenever an opponent loses life, I gain that much life. So Tribs, you and I are now best friends.
UX Scoob.
And then okay, I will then tap Rowan. So spells cost 7 less. I'll only use 3 of it and have to tap for 2 black. Probably a little early for this, but I will get out a Gray Merchant of Asphodel. So when it
There it
enters, each of you loses X life,
Care Bear.
which is devotion to black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you'll each lose 6. I gain 18, and then I'll actually gain an additional 18 off of this because of blood. So I gain 36. 30 plus 6 plus 17, I believe, is 53. So I'll go to 53, and you all lose 6.
I go to 28.
I got nothing.
I
got
also
nothing.
have nothing.
27 I get.
Seems great.
And with that, I've done enough, so I will pass.
How the turns have tabled. On your
It's just a life raft, essentially.
right. Your end step. I'm going
Flash
to pay 5.
sliver.
Yeah. For Sliver Hive, I'm gonna pay 5. Put a 1/1 Sliver creature token out into the battlefield.
Hmm.
It's not good. It's not good. But I will do that.
OP.
And then I'll go to that. Not that I was saving my mana to do that. I didn't want to feel super weird about that. Because it is kind of a crazy amount for just 1 sliver, but that's okay. I don't want to get all my dry erase tokens all messed up. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna draw for turn. Ugh, I really need another mania. One more for the old Morafon. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I could do this, see if I can draw some stuff. So blue, 4, for a Titan of Litjara.
Nice. There you go.
I'm gonna choose Sliver. So Titan is a Sliver as well. And whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, you may draw a card for each other creature you control that shares a creature type with it. If you do, discard a card. So I'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does it draw for itself?
It says when it enters, so
other
yes,
creature.
it draws. Oh, it says other creature. Each
Yeah.
other creature, yep.
Each other creature. So I'll just draw 6.
Sweet. That's
1,
pretty good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully there's a land up in here.
I would really hope so.
The best one.
Guys, great.
Command
Oh,
Tower.
command tower.
Island. I mean,
Yeah.
Command Tower.
Also, and then I'm gonna tap that for a Swole Ring.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
I want one of
Another
those.
soul ring to take.
Stop it. Drop it. Alright, now this kind of helped me with the more fun next turn, so. Not that I'm telling you guys what I'm gonna do.
Morrow Fun Gaming.
Right. Yeah, I should save some stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards exactly. Bro, that 53 life. Unfortunately,
Give me
there's
2
not.
turns, I'll be right back where I was.
All right. I'm gonna go a little defense here. A little defensive. I'm gonna pass.
Okay. I'll respond to your end step. I'll just tap 5 to put a counter on all my merfolk.
Okay.
And then I will do this.
Nice. Perfect. I think I like that.
It's like, what's that card? Chaos Orb, where you hold it 12 inches above
Oh
the
yeah,
table
then
and you
gotta drop it.
you drop it and it has to flip at least once, and then whatever card it touches as it lands, you destroy that
Yeah.
card. That's this deck, except you throw your dice on the table,
Yeah.
and whatever the dice lands on, if they're on a creature, that's how many +1 counters they get.
Perfect. And that's how many turns you get to keep it, actually.
Yeah. I will
I
then.
didn't know your merfolk was an undeck.
I will untap. I will upkeep. I will draw. I will look at the top. Okay. I will play a forest. And one of the best things that I see at this table. Let's see, what is Grey Merchant's power and toughness?
2/4.
It's a 2/4. He's kind of big.
I mean, look at that big rock he's carrying. He's got to be pretty chunky. He definitely doesn't. He does not skip leg day. I'll say that much.
He's lunging with that. We can't.
Yeah,
we can't.
exactly. That's what he's doing.
Okay, so then I will do. So I've got 4 mana. That's actually perfect. I'm gonna look at the top card of my library because I need to. Actually, just mana-wise, would you guys mind if I take this land back?
Don't matter.
No, I don't mind.
Okay, because
I don't mind.
what I would like to do is go to combat. I will swing Kumena, Emperor Mahil, and the Thieving Skydiver over at Brohan. So that Kumena is a 3/5, Emperor Mahil is a 4/4, so 7, and the Thieving Skydiver is a 3/2, so that is 10 damage.
Okay, I can't block the Skydiver because somehow it's actually flying.
Yep.
And not falling with style. But I can block Kumena. So I will block your 3/5 with my 2/4.
Mm-hmm.
And then I take 7, I believe, correct?
Yes, so 4 and 3, so yep. Then, after that, in my second main phase, I'm going to tap 3 Merfolk and draw a card. Play my land for the turn, which will be this card, the Hinterland Harbor, which will enter untapped because I control a island or a forest. I will then look at the top card of my library. Ooh, that's pretty nice. That's pretty good.
Decent one up there.
That might be a little. That might be pretty decent here. Yeah, I like that a lot more actually. Okay, that's good. I will tap 2, and I will play a Merfolk spell from the top card of my library. Let me make sure. Just you may cast Merfolk spells. Okay, perfect. I will play a Marrow Commerce, which just says at the beginning of my end step, untap all Merfolk I control.
Oh,
Nice.
I will not. Oh, actually, since again, Merfolk Commerce is a Merfolk spell, Stony Brook Banneret reduces that by 1, so I will have the additional 1 paid here, and I will make a Merfolk.
Seems good.
I will then look at the top card of my library. Copy that. Then I will tap. I guess that was counterintuitive because of what I'm about to do. Oh well, I made my bed and I shall lie in it. I will tap 4, and I'm going to play Wave Goodbye.
Oh.
Return each creature without a +1/+1 counter to its owner's hand.
Yikes, Scoop. This actually might be good for me. It resolves from my end.
good here.
So
I
that
am
Merfolk that I
wrong
just made, I will return to my hand. Because I'm so smart.
All my tokens will go though. No.
Then I
I
can.
mean, you just put Gary back in my hands, so that's how you.
Yeah,
Well,
with exquisite.
You didn't even think about that, did you?
no, I thought about it. I think making Brohan play out Rowan again and his other thing that will have summoning sickness is worth it. Because
All right, I didn't think about it.
at
so.
this point, we're all going to have to gang up on Brohan more or less. So that's my plan. But
Why?
what do you mean, why? So Tribs, your creatures are all returned to your hand.
True statement.
And then
I
after
needed
that,
trips out.
I'm done. So then I will go to my end step, and Marrow Commerce will trigger, and I will untap all of my Merfolk.
Point.
I don't know who we should gang up on now. Like, yeah, Brohan has the most life, but
Oh,
gosh darn
I'm just
it.
you're just. This is just the lake. You're just going fishing. All your fish friends, you know. Fish are friends,
Yeah.
not food.
And the merfolk are going fishing as well.
They are.
What's that one merfolk that is totally just bashing on that dude in the boat, and the flavor text is something super gnarly? Hold on, I gotta find
Is
it.
that like Deep River
the one that's
Cutthroat or
banned?
something like that?
Something like that.
No, but I am done, so Tribs, you're good to go whenever you're ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I'm gonna play a Jungle Hollow, tapped. ETB, I gain a life. Then first things first, I just have to get rid of this or I'll never catch you. I'm gonna Morality Spear the Exquisite Blood to destroy target non-land permanent.
Mortality Spear? That's a really good card for your life gain deck.
Pretty good.
I found it. It's this.
Oh,
Triton Shorestalker.
I'll pull it up.
Flavor
on stream.
text. Who will miss you, Drywalker? A wife? A child? Perhaps they will blame the sea for your fate and teach future generations to stay away from it. This is Azrain right now.
The Trident
he's that
Shore
right
Stalker?
there. Yeah,
Super cool.
Triton
Oh,
Shorestalker.
Triton.
Triton.
Just look at
Who
that
will
art
miss you,
though.
Drywalker? A wife, a child. Perhaps they will blame the sea for your fate and teach future generations to stay away from it. Yes,
that's
that's
you right
pretty
now,
badass. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
You.
Then I'm playing Gala Greeters and Dina, and I'm gonna choose to make a treasure. And then I have
Yeah,
8 in
baby.
hand, so I am going to discard one. I think I will get rid of this Rampant Growth. And P the T.
Alright, I will untap in sadness and draw.
Resolves.
Yeah.
Resolve the draw
Your
step.
tears will resolve.
Alright, I will play a mountain for turn. Tap 3. Get Rowan back out. I will tap a black, pay 2 life to draw a card off green.
You certainly have the life to spare now.
Not getting what I want. I will ping myself for 3. Do it again. That's a little bit better. Alright, I will just pass. I have 8 in hand as well. I'm going to discard a Myriad Landscape. And pass.
Alrighty, tighty. I should have been thinking about my turn, huh?
Maybe.
I'll untap. And I'll draw. Ooh. It's a land card. I love it. I'm gonna play Blood Crypt though, because I like losing the game. I will take 2 life for it to be untapped. All right, so I just got to go for it all, I think here, because I got it.
Do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should probably be smart on how I tap these, but I'm not going to be. Actually, yes, I'm going to. Because these can choose any color of sliver types. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For ya boy. Morofon.
He has finally hit the field.
He has made his entrance.
Naming druids.
Jellyfish.
Yep. artifact jellyfish.
No,
This is gonna be
what's that
a-
one? What's the one creature type? It's called like the sklunch or something like that.
Oh, yes,
Is
I
it?
know what you're talking about.
It's like slaunch or
the
it's
D&D
something.
thing.
It is. What? But it's
Flump?
like,
Is it flump?
is it
Flump.
flump?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm gonna
He's
choose
jellyfish
not
looking.
Oh
to
yeah, yeah.
rebrand.
This will be slivers. So
Go
it
figure.
is. This is gonna get to be some funness. The first sliver
Oh
for
my
free.
god.
It has cascade and sliver spells. I have cascading, cascade.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh
So
my.
5 manias. Land. Lazatep sliver. And then I know how cascade works. Put the exile cards at the bottom of your library. Okay. Bottom. Now slivers I control have afflict 2. Whenever it becomes blocked, if a player loses 2 life, and then whenever a non-token sliver I control dies, amass slivers 2.
Good
Put
lord.
2/1 counters on an army I control, and it's also a sliver. So
That's really, really,
a
really,
lot
really
going on
good.
with that card. A lot going on with that card.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Now.
Okay, Bo, we just discussed that Brohan was scary, and then you just have one turn, and I'm like, holy crap.
I know. This is great. This is great. Okay, I have 3 Thrace left. And this is gonna be hard because I don't know if the cascading will work with this. And so this will be 1 blue less. I don't think I'll have. Yeah, I don't have the mana for that. I was gonna try to do the Titan again, but I can't. Not enough manias. But I will do. I'll add a blue, or I'll add a colorless. The blue will be paid for by a Morphon for Diffusion Sliver. I'm gonna read the novel, but it basically gives Sliver's Ward 2. Whenever a Sliver creature you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or an ability unless its controller pays 2.
It's called the Diffusion
That will
Sliver.
have Cascade. Yes. That'll have Cascade. I'm gonna Cascade to. Oh, it's gotta be 1, doesn't it? Because it's 1 less.
Yeah, but I
It's
think
not
Cascade's
hard.
based off of the CMC, not what you actually paid for it.
Yeah,
That costs
yeah,
less.
it's the CMC.
So would it be 1?
And
Right.
can you hold up the blue sliver that you just played? Because I can like not
Yeah.
find this on spell table.
Yeah, it
I
has to be one.
drew it. I made it up. If that makes it you feel any better. Hold on. I have the.
It's diffusion sliver.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. So yeah, the cascaded card will be 1. Do you have a 1 mana spell in your deck that's not Soul Ring?
I don't know, dude. I thought I have one in my hand, which is silly. I'm gonna have to look. It might be easier to. Is it?
We
so
fails
fail to find-
bubble.
Dude,
Well, we're getting to see your deck.
right? Look at guys. Look at all this.
Oh, there
Isn't that
goes the
sweet?
banding sliver.
Realm Walker, Basil, Steam Vents, City Vass, Grave Mother, Sentinel, Negate. I don't know, this might be easier if I just look in here. It's silly because I have the one that I know for sure it's in my hand,
A good sliver.
right? And who doesn't want to just cascade into a... Oh, Gale Rider Sliver. All these will go to the bottom of my library. Sliver creatures you control have flying again. So a little bit of redundancy there. Alright. Sweet. Okay. That's gonna be hard to do. So if I play a 1 mana thing, I'm just not gonna search, right? Because it'd be 0.
Yeah.
Cascade doesn't work like that.
Correct, it would be 0. So if you had fast mana.
And
Yeah.
Cheerios.
Technically, since the first sliver does say cascade, basically if you casted a 1 mana spell and it's a sliver, you would basically just shuffle your deck, because cascading does, when you cast the spell, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card that costs less. You may cast it without paying its mana cost, and basically you can't. So you basically just reveal your whole deck and then shuffle it. So.
Okay. Well, I know that I probably have something too. Gosh, no, I should save this. No, I told myself I wasn't gonna. I said I wasn't gonna. So 2 and a red from Morphon. I'm gonna classed Blur Sliver. Sliver creatures.
Is that his? Yeah,
Yes.
that's pretty good.
And now,
Oh my.
oh, there it is. Your favorite. Misty, Marsh Flats. Siphon's not gonna trigger this. Emerald Medallion. Yay, I gotta play a medallion.
You got a lot of medallions in there.
I have almost every medallion in here. Because of the cost reduction theme, almost, kind of ish. Which I might take a
makes sense.
This is very, very rough draftish. Okay. Now I'm going to play for 1 green, a Virulent Sliver,
Oh
which is
my.
1 green. So now I will just shuffle. Is that what you said? That's how that works? Because I don't have anything for 0.
Yeah, you'll just shuffle.
Okay. Slivers have Poisonous 1.
That's not good.
This is not good. And they have
Ooh,
Haste
they
and
have haste.
Flying. So, Brohan, I think I have found a way to kill you without killing you.
Brian, no.
I'm almost more scared though. I know your life total, but I might just swing at Azrain because I'm scared. Because he's
It's also
technically he's the bigger threat right now,
Yeah, look at that
in
board.
my opinion. In
Yeah.
MIO.
And
I am more scared of Azo now that Exquisite Blood is
Yeah.
gone.
I'm gonna cut.
I will say
Rand.
too, there's a Merfolk. I don't know for sure it's in the deck, but I'm like 95% sure. What's it called? It basically says creatures with 1/1 counters on them can't be blocked. So
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I know that one. They
It's
used to be an attraction.
I'm blanking on what the name is, but yeah.
You also know about
yeah.
the Merfog, you know? Totally.
So
Perfect.
is this just a kill shot right here, Bo?
I think so.
Dang.
It would be.
He's gonna Merfog.
So I'm gonna go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
All my slivers have Poisonous 1.
Well,
Actually, not. It's not a kill
It's-
shot.
yeah. Yeah.
I would need 11 slivers, right?
At least
Or-
flying ones, yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that while I can. To you, Azrain. I'm swinging them all.
Okay, so then like how much damage and how much
Okay.
poison am I getting?
Damage. So, okay, we'll do poison first because that'll be easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll get 7 poisons.
Is there a way to track poison? Yeah, here we go. So all right, I have 7
Yeah.
infect, and
Okay, and now for damage.
so I
Are you
hang on,
blocking
so
it?
I have 1 flyer. So actually, yeah, I'm gonna block 1. Like I can't just take this full hit. So your strongest one is probably gonna be Morophon.
It's actually going to be the first sliver. That's a 7/7.
He's an 8/8. Morophon's giving him
Will be
plus
an
1.
8/8. Right, which will be an 8/8.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that the one that you're gonna block then?
Yes, of course. I will.
Okay.
I will use Thieving
So-
Skydiver to block the 8, and then I'll take some Morophon.
7 plus 4 or
6,
5. Plus
6,
2
5,
plus
11.
2 plus 2 plus 3 is 21.
Right.
You would
so
take 21.
6,
damage.
5, 11, 13, 15.
I guess it'd be 20 because Morphon doesn't give itself +1/+1.
Right. Well, I'm counting here. I'm counting 18. Oh, and this one, the one you just played. So that'd be 20. Yeah. Okay, I go to
Yeah.
8.
Do you have any responses to damage Azo before your creature dies?
Yeah, I'm going to definitely pay 5 and put a counter on all my things, and then the Thieving Skydiver will die. And I've taken my damage. So technically the Marrow Commerce is a merfolk, so I'm going to go ahead and put a +1/+1 counter on the Marrow Commerce. And everything else is going to get +1. And then, Bo, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay, well, this was not my plan. But since Bo just tried to kill me, I think I'm going to kill Bo Devro.
You got to.
I'm liking this, bro.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll look at the top card of my library. Put it back. Okay, so then I'm gonna have to do it like
don't
this.
forget you lose 2 life because you blocked with your Skydiver.
Sure.
Your dude guy.
Yep. Flicked 2.
So I'm gonna have to pay 3 to play Balaged Recovery to return a card from my graveyard to my hand.
Oh.
Return it back the Wave Goodbye.
Bouncy bounce.
And then I'm gonna have to pay 4 and recast Wave Goodbye. Bounce all creatures. Well, wait. Actually, wait. Whatever, you're tapped out.
It's true.
Yeah, you could hold on to that.
I'll keep that in my hand then. That's a good point, Self.
No, don't do that.
You tapped out, you silly little scamp.
Ooh.
Falsely.
Daddy knows what to call me.
I'll pay 2, and I will play Master of the Pearl Trident. He's a lord.
My lord.
I will pay 1 to make a merfolk token. So he's a lord. Then I did calculate out damage. And with Master of the Pearl Trident, it is 28. Full swing at Bo for 28.
All right. I'll, in response,
Oh. Free fog?
I will die.
Ooh.
Aw.
No.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Well, let me just make sure my math is right. So I believe I did this right. Kumena is a 5. Stony Brook Banneret is 4. Emperor Mahil is 6. This is 4 and 4. And
Those
then
counters added up quick.
Well, a lot of merfolk have anthems too.
Yeah.
actually, Bo,
Were you wrong?
I think I was counting in my math. I think I was counting the Thieving Skydiver because this would be, it's 4, 5. This is 3, 4. This is 5, 6. This is not attacking. This is 3, 4, 3, 4, and I have no other merfolk. That's 23.
Ooh.
So you live on 5.
He might just die on accident.
Yeah, well, it's a. I mean, Tribs and Brohan have turns before me, so I would assume they'll do the right thing. I've got 2 mana. So what I'm actually gonna do before my end step,
What in your mind is the right thing?
I'm gonna tap the Merfolk I just made. I will tap Emperor or the Master of the Pearl Trident, and my Marrow Commerce does count as a Merfolk, and I will draw a card.
Value.
I will look at the top card of my library. I will play land for turn. I will play the Secluded Courtyard, which I will name Merfolk, and then I can tap it and add a mana to cast Merfolk spells. After that, I will be done. I will go to my end step. Marrow Commerce will trigger, and I will untap, and I will pass.
I will do the
So-
untapping then.
I returned the favor. I didn't exactly kill you, Bo, but I brought you to the same life total as me, pretty much.
Hey, that's all I'm asking for. A little bit of equality.
A little bit of payback.
Sliver and Merfolk just need to. It's like one of those movie montages. It's like Godzilla and Kong, where they just beat the crap out of each other, and then at the end they join
Yeah,
forces.
I was gonna say, when are we gonna team up against the non?
Hey, we gotta do it. We gotta do it.
Play a good old
Tribs, I guess
fashioned
that makes us Mecha Godzilla
I mean,
and Ghidorah, I guess.
we might
What's
have.
the butterfly?
You guys have triple, quadruple the amount of life we have together. So
So the thing is, though, Bo, We might be dead here on Brohan's turn because he has Gary, and he's got 2 pips. Gary will be another 2, so that's 4. He needs to play 1 more black spell, black permanent, which we know he has in his hand, and then we are dead.
I'm gonna play.
I think we can convince him not to play that card.
Yeah.
If we say pretty please. I think we'll be alright.
Tribs, you keep going. I got nothing else to do. I'll be right back. I just gotta go run upstairs, grab something. I'll be right back.
Yeah, get those tissues for the
Yes,
tears.
sir.
Good.
I'm gonna play Blood Artiste again. Trigger Galligrators. I'm gonna gain 2 life, and everybody will lose 1 of them.
Ooh. Almost a lightning bolt range.
Then, all this talk of this really cool guy. I think I want to play it.
You're not.
Oh no.
Bear. Good old Bear. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Sick.
Little 7 pips.
Nicely
I can't believe
done.
Azo doesn't have a
I'm gonna draw
Damage
18
though.
cards.
resolves.
Oh, Cleansing Nova's second.
Oh,
Wouldn't have happened. Great card. Eliminated.
he's
I'm
dead.
gonna change. Oh, I didn't know I could change Azarain's to eliminated too. Does it show up for you guys as eliminated?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, you're all
I don't even have
powerful.
the monarchy in here. I didn't know that before.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
cool.
Well,
Yeah.
what about now, Ribs? What about now? Now you're eliminated.
Oh no, wait, I'm eliminated.
You have the ultimate power.
Help, bro. Fight back.
I guess I win thanks to Verdebra.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Tribs, no.
I am
Gary.
Gary.
All right,
Gary.
I'm the
Gary.
Gary guy now.
I've got 3 mana. Hang on.
Yeah.
Let's
What
see.
you got?
All right. Let's tap.
I already marked you as eliminated, preemptively.
Hold up. I don't have anything in my hand, but I'll tap 3 and I'll draw a card. No. I'll look at the top. I'll tap 3. I'll draw a card. I'll look at the top. Oh my god.
Rogue's Passage.
3 lands
love
on
it.
top.
I
Oh.
love it.
The one thing that I've been holding up this whole game is this Ripples of Potential, which just says proliferate, and then I phase out each permanent that I put a counter on this way.
Nice.
So that's what I've been holding up this whole game.
Put a
Tribs,
counter on yourself.
Tribs, here's your shouldering. Here you go.
Thank you. Oh, I get Soul Ring back. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
It
So you each take
Oh my
7,
gosh.
and I gain 21 up to 49.
Look at these
28.
look at these losers over here playing your great merchant of Asphodel. They play my great merchant.
Oh,
Gary.
BBC,
love
I'm Azarain and I'm butthurt.
I know.
That's alright.
back a treasure for a white mana.
We're so worried about Brohan playing Gary, and I actually really like that Tribs just played one. That's it. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I got
That's a great
bounced.
card. I think I'm gonna play it. Wait, what?
I'm playing
can't do that.
Chalice of Life, so I can tap it to gain a life. Then if I have at least 10 more life than my starting life total, I flip it. So I'm gonna tap it. That puts me to 50, which, if last time I checked, is 10 more than my starting life total. So it transforms into the Chalice of Death. Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Which is tap target player loses 5 life.
Hey, you mind doing that only on my turn?
Yeah, Brohan
that could be
would
fun.
actually want that.
That could be fun.
Just on my turn.
Right.
That's reasonable. I am all done after that. See you,
Alright.
good sir.
Actually, in your hand,
Oh god.
I will start. I'm going to ping myself for a black mana and 2 more life, so a total of 3 for to use the greed enchantment. Then I will tap, losing another 4 to draw another card off Staff of Completion. Wow, I'm not going to say it, but I'm sharing in some of Azrain's pain. That's all I'll say.
Oh,
I will untap then, turn, and draw normally.
While Brohan's thinking, Bodevra, have you seen this artwork before?
No.
This is the secret layer for Kumena, and he looks so. His eyes are like glowing red. That for some reason, this artwork reminds me of like.
That goes so hard.
It reminds me of Darth Maul. Like that's just what it makes me think of. He looks so menacing. I actually had switched this deck. I switched this deck over to Hackball because Hackball is very strong. And then this secret layer came out, and I was like, how do I not play this card? Like,
Right.
looks like a boss fight.
oh yeah, like Dark
Right.
Souls. You just enter
Yeah.
the fog wall in Dark Souls.
So sick.
All right, I'm going to play a tapped Raucous Theater for turn. On ETB, I surveil 1.
Those lands are busted.
I actually just pulled the blue-green one, and it made it into this deck.
Really?
I will leave that on top, I think. Okay. This is very risky.
I mean, I feel it's to the point in the game you two are duking it out. I feel like you gotta take some risks here.
Ping myself for 2. And then I'll tap 2 more. And I'm gonna play a new card I just got to this deck. It's a new card for me. It's an old card, though. I'm gonna cast a Phyrexian Processor.
Oh yeah.
So as it enters the battlefield, I pay any amount of life.
An oldie but a goodie.
This is where the question lies.
Fun begins.
I'm gonna pay 30.
Nice.
I'm gonna go down to 3. That's gonna be my buffer.
Trib's
3.
instant speed, deal 3 damage.
If I had 3 mana, he's dead.
That'd be crazy.
32 life lost. And then I can pay 4 to tap it and put a 30/30 black minion creature token in the battlefield. That ain't happening. Right now, at least.
Whoa.
And then I will tap Rowan. I will start. I'm going to tap for red. And I'm going to cast Jessica's Will.
Oh,
Nice.
I have
So,
4.
I control my commander, so I'll get both. So you have 4 cards in hand, so I'll get
Yep.
4 red. I'll just do this for now. And then I exile the top 3 cards of my library and may play them this turn. So it's an Electro Dominance,
Oh, that might be it right there, right?
Sazin, Perverter of Truth,
Oh, okay.
and then a Cut to Ribbons.
What does that Electro Dominance do again?
1 second.
Deals X
It's a big
damage.
X spell.
Yeah, deal X damage to any target.
Yikes.
But Brohan doesn't have the 2 red. He's got 1 red. He's got the staff.
He's got 4 red.
Yeah. We got 4 red from.
Oh,
Jessica's
Jessica's well. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's only 30, and I forgot Tribs has
was gonna say,
900,000 life.
All right, so
Oh, play Gary real quick, and then play
So
Electro
Play Gary again, maybe.
Yeah.
I've got 4 red. I will use 1 of it. And a black. And I'm going to cast Judith, Carnage Connoisseur.
Nice.
So she's a new card.
Really cool.
Basically, whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, I choose 1. spell gains Death Touch lifelink, or I create a 2/2 red in creature token with when this creature dies, it deals 2 damage to each opponent.
I think Azo would actually really like that commander.
Whenever you catch an instant, oh yeah, it's got instant and sorcerer in the name. I already like it.
He's sold already.
And then $50 life. I will. Okay. This was close. I think I may end up being like 1 short. This is gonna be stupid.
Oh my. That's terrifying.
Oh, actually, no, never mind. I think I got it.
Ooh.
So I will use 2 red. For Electro Dominance. So 30 X is 32.
Yep.
Actually, hold on. What was I just thinking? Yeah, that's fine. So X will be 32. And then I can cast, and I'll gain 32, so I go to 35. You lose 32.
Assume you want to ping Gary.
Gary's owner.
Pick Gary for 32? Okay.
Sorry, yeah, I'm going.
Wait, what are you gaining from?
Judith is giving the spell.
Judith.
lifelink.
Oh, true.
So
true,
I will
true,
choose to give it Death Touch lifelink. So I'll gain 35.
So
And then I can
Gary's
cast a
super
card
dead.
with convert a mana 32 or less from my hand without paying its mana cost. Don't think it's gonna matter, but yeah, I'll put Gary out. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you lose another 5.
Yep. Down to 13.
And then I will ping myself for 2 for a black mana. And then I'll swamp. And then I will it's hard to read. I will use the sorcery, the ribbons side of Cut to Ribbons. Each opponent loses X life, which will be 32.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And I would get another 32.
Cast this spell only from your graveyard, then exile it. You cannot play ribbons without it being in your graveyard.
What?
Oh,
Says right there.
Where, it does not say that on here at all. Oh, Aftermath. Shoot. I forgot that was a thing. Because reading the card does not explain this card.
You still have
Yeah.
1 red, right? So you can just.
So, okay. So
I
that
was gonna say,
actually...
Jessica's will. How much red do you
Yeah,
have from
I have
Jessica's
1
will?
red. I would technically have this black, and I would technically still have
Yeah.
the Staff
Yeah,
of
so,
Completion.
so you play cut, and then you just play ribbons. So you're
Can you-
fine.
Is that how it works? You play it from the graveyard?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Aftermath says.
I play it
yeah.
after April. Okay, yeah, you're right.
I'm
So I
reading
deal
Aftermath
4.
right now. Cast this spell only from your graveyard. So
Yeah, I forgot that was on there. It's right there.
that's the
What does cut do?
ribbons says cut just deals 4 damage to target creature.
Oh, okay.
What a banger
I forgot
card.
this wasn't like the other like dual-faced cards where it's
Yeah.
you pick a side basically or both.
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I would use the 1 red tip off Jessica's will for 4 damage, and then I would do what I said, ping myself for 2, and then
That does
cast
it.
it for
Yep.
32.
He's got it. I actually run the
Oh
blue.
my.
The blue version of that card is called Commit Memory. Commit says return target spell to its owner's hand, and then Memory just says everybody shuffles their library, or everyone shuffles their graveyard and hand into their library, and then draws 7. So this deck
Yeah.
struggles with, when my creatures die, it's really hard for me to get them back. So I run that card to like give myself a fresh start from my graveyard if I just get like board wiped 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
GG's, bro.
Dude,
That was a lot of damage.
Well, I think so. As you two shuffle up, yes, good game. But I think Bodevra and I have been waiting patiently over here with our 3 cards that we're going to talk about. So, Bo, since you come before me in turn order, you may go ahead and talk about your
Alright.
3 cards.
Sweet. All right. So my first card is going to be Brood Sliver. Whenever a sliver deals combat damage to a player, its controller may create a 1/1 sliver creature token. This, if it didn't get dealt with right away, I mean, even the turn that it was out, made me 2 tokens. So Tribs was right. It would have just snowballed way faster than anybody could have dealt with anything. So that was a good play and a good target removal to take this out. Second is going to be Winged Sliver, giving all my slivers flying. Not a whole lot of flyers on the board, so I kind of felt safe just swinging away and doing some combat damage. Not that slivers do a lot of combat damage until later when they can kind of all pump themselves up. And then the tricky guy, the first sliver.
That thing coming down. Morophon, you played a 7-mana spell into a free 5-mana spell with Cascade, got another 4-mana spell, and then it was just like boom, 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 boom. Like that was nuts.
And but I mean, just playing this card kind of got me to realize how, because slivers really are like, most of them are gonna be like 2 mana or 3 mana, so I'm definitely gonna have to pick and choose which ones. There's some like this one that's 5 mana, so but yeah, just play a couple. This is like my second I think this is my second time actually playing the deck with people. So, being able to get this, I was so excited, and then I was like, oh man, this is gonna be a little bit harder than I thought. It's like the Cascade triggers, but yeah, no, it's really good. It's a 7/7 that has Cascade, and then it gives all my slivers Cascade. So that just can really get me snowballing into all my slivers too. So. But yeah, that's gonna be my three.
Well, I'm gonna quickly talk about my 3, and then I gotta go check on something. And Tribs and Brohan go. But my first one is Emperor Mahil. He let me look at the top card of my deck. He extended my hand to the top card, and he was also giving me some 1/1s. Next up would be the Marrow Commerce. A strategy in this deck is tapping my things on my turn and then untapping them, so that way I can tap them again to draw cards, or start putting counters on my board and they get really scary really quickly. And the last card would be Wave Goodbye. It's a newer card from the Hackball Precon. This was basically Cyclonic Rift for me at one point in the game.
Yeah.
So that's definitely my 3, but I really don't have much else to say. Bodevro and I kind of butted our heads really early and we hit each other down, and I don't think there was really anything we could do. I think both Tribs and Brohan having a Gray Merchant was I think we were just pretty much done anyway, but it was a really fun game. I will be right back. Like I said, I'm just going to go grab something, but Tribs, you are good to talk about your 3 cards.
Beautiful. First, I wanted to highlight Phyrexian Arena. I mean, this thing is pretty busted when you get it down on turn 2, and it's basically like over the course of the game, 3 mana, draw 8, lose 8 life. I mean, I'll take that all day. Absolute staple card. Don't have to explain that one. This one might need a little more explaining. These are the obscure storefront, or this cycle of land I wanted to highlight. If I have a bunch of landfall gain life in this deck, and also like gain life doubler triggers, and this thing with a couple of those could easily be like lose 6 life because I just played a land. Thank you.
Right.
Which is really underrated in, I think, some of these life gain decks like Nina. So I run every one of these that I can that gets either a swamp or a forest, and I really like it in this deck. And last, you know what's coming. It's Gary. It was really funny. I was laughing like when Azarine like asked you what power and toughness Gary was. I just looked at my hand and it's like, oh yeah, it's 2/4.
Pretty sure he's a 2/4.
Yeah, sad I didn't get to play him before he's bounced. That would have been fun too. But
yeah,
really fun card. I don't even know if I have much ways of recurring him in this deck, which I should probably look into. But banger of a card.
Yeah.
If I ever make a Pauper Commander deck, he will be my commander.
Oh jeez.
Heroes.
Over to you, Brohan. Congrats on the win.
All right.
Fun one.
So first off, definitely has to be Greed. I drew a good number. It could really be this or the staff of completion, to be honest. But I had this first, and like probably half or 2/3 of the cards I drew extra off this, and staff of completion were lands. So it was huge though, because yeah, that kind of sucks. But at the end of the day, that's saving me a turn, 2 turns, maybe 3 turns from drawing nothing. So that was huge. And yeah, kind of like with your Phyrexian Arena, getting this thing turn 4 was huge for me, as well as not only the card draw, but it directly feeds into Rowan. So great card there. Second up would have to be my Gary, because
Gary MVP.
this is, yeah, I mean, this was really multiplied by Exquisite Blood, to be honest.
That was insane.
But even still, like, the main reason it's in here is, yeah, it does some damage, but it's mostly, like I said, it's like a life raft, because it's so easy between getting pinged a bit from others and then the pinging I do to myself with this deck. It's so easy. Like, I was by far the lowest there. I was about to be in the teens by the time my next turn would have came around, if not, lower. So it's a great way of just kind of staying afloat and draining some of your opponents. And then last but not least, Phyrexian Processor. I found out about this card a little bit ago. I was studying as part of my time at the Tolarian Community College, and my professor, was talking about different products or whatever, and he mentioned from the Vaults collection, and I just saw, I'm pretty sure this is where I saw it. This card was just one of the cards that they show when they were talking about it. And I remember seeing it, I paused it, and I did a double take, because I'm like, pay any amount of life? Like, sure, that sounds amazing. Like, that sounds kind of busted in this deck. And, like, I don't think I've ever seen anybody else run it in here. Granted, I haven't looked much lately, but when I was first building it, I don't remember seeing that card. So,
Really
it was
cool.
not expensive either. So, yeah, and it's so good, because especially if you have it in hand, you can just sit, and when you need that turn to be explosive, you can just be like, all right, I need, like
Just
I said,
go
I'll
town.
pay 30 life and go to town. So, so those would be my 3 cards.
There's in one of my old play groups, someone that I knew used to have a Tristani deck, just gain life, and they would basically play Processor just like you did, Brohan. You play Processor, they have 60 life. You play Processor for 59 life. He goes to 1, pay 4, tap it, have a 59 enter, gain 59 life back. And now you just have
Populate it.
and then populate it, and then you have the Processor with the 59 counters on it or whatever. So he was basically just making 59 59s every time.
Yeah.
And
Well, that was my thought too with the card. Is obviously it's really good for that big play, the big explosive play, to drop the nukes. But even if I'm in a bind, if I have some mana to play with, but maybe I don't have those cards and I just need big blockers, it's also good for that. I could pay 10 life or whatever. I can still then get another card out, or I can just start pumping out some big blockers, which is like I've taken out some of the big kind of nuke spells from this deck, trying to diversify a bit, and like I have Shivan Dragon in here because that's an X and a red pip. Like, well, that's great. Get a flying blocker. So I've been trying to add some more creatures and some other things than just like all the big X spells.
Damage spells.
Try to make it more interesting, so that every game isn't just hope to draw one of 5 cards.
You
6
draw
cards.
Electro Dominance and Crackle with Power, and you just win.
Yeah, I mean that kind
that.
of happened tonight, but yeah, I'm trying to make it a little bit more interesting than just the straightforward tutor for nukes.
Right.
So actually, I tutored for the Exquisite Blood just kind of for that reason. I could have grabbed Exsanguinate, it is in here, but I figured, obviously it got destroyed, but with Tribs, I'm like, I'm actually going to get more value off of him doing stuff. I'll gain 2 instead of losing 1. There's just a little bit extra life to play with. So,
well, I think that's going to do it for us here tonight. Thank you guys for joining. Brohan and Tribs, I really wanted to try and get you guys back on. There was a stream we did last week where I had to step away kind of in the middle-ish of the game. The game ended pretty quickly after I had to step away, but I really wanted to give these two another shot at being on stream, and I was really fortunate enough to have Bodevro be available to come back. Bodevro is a He's a good friend, good old friend that hasn't gotten to play much with me lately. So I appreciate Bo you taking the time to come over here and kick my butt and try and kill me in one turn. That was cool.
Oh, dude. I tried.
Legend.
No.
Enters
Sweetie,
game,
I love
tries to
that
kill me, doesn't explain, leaves.
Yeah. Pieces.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
I usually do the same thing, but whenever my first attack usually goes to Azurain as a
Pretty
thank you
much.
for having me on.
Yeah.
It has to, yeah, it has to. Tribs, we're making a talk and talk deck, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Always.
Have to.
All right, guys. I think that is gonna do it here for us. I'm gonna switch over to my talking head thing. Where is it here? All right. So thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. If you are still here, thank you for watching back. If you're watching the VOD back, make sure to follow me on all these platforms over here. I have been your friendly Blue Mage. Thank you for joining.